This fish is red. Here's a question. What did you think when you first saw this video? Was it something along the lines of, no, that fish is definitely yellow, perhaps? Here's another question. If I'm right in guessing what you thought, does the act of telling you what I think you thought somehow diminish the originality of your initial thought? Yes. Perhaps now you're thinking that you should have thought something different, or even pretend that you originally thought that other different thing to affirm how original and or unpredictable you really are, and now you should probably comment something to that effect to make the point that trying to predetermine everyone's first impression of a video is merely folly. Or are you prepared to accept the idea that every idea we can have is one that someone else has already thought of? Perhaps we should remove the obvious stimuli of yellow or red fish and instead look to the open field of wider life outside this site. Has it ever occurred to you that a significant portion of notions you cognitivize in the space of one day are identical to the notions that other people have thought of, possibly on that very same day, but certainly at some point in history? Even thoughts unrelated to the very human acts brought about by very human needs. I am hungry, so I must eat. I am tired, so I must sleep, may have already run through someone else's mind. Otherwise, how come there are so many great ideas that emerged in the past from places whole continents apart from very different people who happen to be faced with similar or even disparate problems to solve, circumstances to work? But of course, you might think to yourself, and well done for doing so, if no thought is original, how do we seem to come up with all these new ideas all the time? New works of art, new songs, plays, new constructions with new engineering, new jokes, new memes, new things that have been brought into fruition by human minds and shaped by the hands of human creativity. Well, perhaps there is an underlying truth to the newness of ideas, which is that there are none. Every new idea is just an old idea that merely looks new. An old equation rearranged and freshened up, old shapes made of dots, curves and lines reformed to make a different image than the ones that came before, old narratives with different characters in different settings set to a different script, old methods worked into strange designs that work the same even if engineered differently. There can be no new colours, only different selections from the same set of colours as always. Data from an old image state run through a filter weighted by different parameters to make a new image state that can in turn seed the distillation of a new image. When we create something that looks new, we are really creating from a rule set of creation, referring to previous knowledge to rearrange information we've only just found. In this system, nothing can truly be created, only old parts rearranged to form a whole that has a different pattern to formations that have come before. How far does this rabbit hole go? Rest easy. The beauty of this system is that if originality is an illusion, the secret behind the curtain is that there are a seemingly infinite number of combinations of new wholes created out of some or more parts. That which has not been created by the simple act of permutation is, in the eye of the human that creates it, new, and if sufficiently distinct from all that has come before, original. There's so much room for unvisited ideas that when you finally do find one, it doesn't matter if it was there before you arrived, because you got there first. And now, it's no longer as if thoughts are seemingly fleeting ideas that come and go, but they have instead become spaces, areas within which to move and perambulate for fun or understanding. It no longer becomes useful to be original than to take what already exists and apply it to an individual circumstance as and when needed. In a way, thoughts themselves, though they may rely on the procession of time to be processed, are merely particular rearrangements of the very laws and attributes, behaviors and characteristics that make up our entire universe. That gives us incredible freedom to enjoy every beautiful thought that runs through our heads as we witness the wonders we still find in our natural everyday lives, brought to us by this endlessly processing system, manifesting fresh and everlasting patterns to grace our collective consciousness. Keep thinking up, and as always, I think you'll allow me to thank you for watching.